Assalamu alaikum, this is Professor Muhammad Hassan Khan, and today we are going to start lecture number 10 of week 10 of the course Public Policy. So, this chapter is all about political crisis, and in this chapter, we are going to cover the topics which are politics of Pakistan, political crisis, history of political crisis in Pakistan, political crisis in Pakistan, and regimes of conflict since independence, issue areas in creating political crisis, seven contributing factors to the political crisis of Pakistan. So, before starting the chapter, let's have a quick view of this chapter, and we have to cover all these topics. And this is very short chapter, but I try to make the chapter short, easier, and easy to learn. So, before wasting time, let's move toward our first slide, which is the politics of Pakistan. Politics in Pakistan has been unstable since its creation in 1947. The country has struggled with democracy, dictatorship, weak institutions, and conflicts between civil and military leadership through Pakistan leadership. Although Pakistan is a democratic country, its politics have often been influenced by non political forces like the military and judiciary. So, as you people are well aware about these phases, and these you can say that these are those phases who try to rule the country, but unfortunately these are those phases who try to, you can say that, make the politics as much as dirtier as they can. So politics of Pakistan says that it's been unstable since the creation 1947. So it's everyone is well aware about that Pakistan since its creation have a lot of issues. The main issue, like after the 1 year of Pakistan creation, the leader who's the Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was certainly dead after the creation of Pakistan, after the 1 year of the creation. So this was you can say, one of the biggest shock that Pakistan had at the time, at the initial stage of their independence. So as you can say that we have a democracy, struggle with the democracy, dictatorship, weak institutions, and conflict between the civil and military. So this is all about the politics of Pakistan introduction. Let's move toward the political crisis. A political crisis is a situation where the political system is unstable to function properly. It may include conflicts between institutions, weak governance, protest, or even the removal of elected governments. These crises can lead to instability, economic issues, and a lack of public trust in leadership. So this is a political crisis. What it says that it may include conflict between the institution. Crisis means, like any, you can say that conflict or instability or the poor management. So if you talk about the political crisis, so it may definitely talk about the politics. It's a situation where political system is unstable. What are we talking about? Which system is unstable? The main thing is that political system, because we are talking about the political crisis. In the political crisis, we mainly faces the issue with political system is unstable to function properly. The biggest issue that the political system are unstable. It may include conflict between institutions like, you can say that, different departments, institution, weak governance, protests, or even the removal of elected government. In Pakistan, there is a trend that if any government come to rule the country as a tenure of 5 year, other opposition try to remove that elected government. So this is the biggest crisis of Pakistan. These crises can lead to instability because of these things. What thing happened? That's the thing that happened is that is instability, economic issues, and lack of public trust in leadership. So these are the political crises, as I have tried to explain this with the most important points. So let's move to the next slide, which is the history of political crisis in Pakistan. Let's go to the back, talk about the history. Pakistan has faces political crisis since its early days after the death of the founding leader, talking about the Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Political leadership become weak, frequent changes in government, interference of the military, and failure to establish a strong democratic system lead to repeated political instability. Some major political crises in history includes, we can see in the upcoming slides. These are the, you can say, the major political crisis. So let's discuss this. The main thing, history, the main thing is that you can see that the first thing is the death of the founding leader. Political leadership become unstable. The first point. Second point, tell us that frequent changes in the government, that after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 government are becoming coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. So frequently changing in the government. Interference of the military. Third point is the interference of the military and failure to establish a strong democratic system lead to the repeated political instability. Let's talk about some major political crises in the history includes. We have these the same slide, but it's talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First thing, the thing is that is the dismissal of the prime minister in the 1950. Like in prime minister was dismissed in 1950. Second crisis, military coups in 1958 to 1977 and 1999, that the military come to rule the country. Third thing, the breakup of East Pakistan in 1971. This is also the crisis, the historical crisis in the history of Pakistan. The separation of the East Pakistan, which is the Bangladesh, in 1971. Fourth biggest crisis, judicial involvement in politics. The judicial are come in the politics, and that is the biggest, you can say, that political crisis, history of political crisis in Pakistan. Number fifth is all about the political party rivalries, and election disputes. That first thing, talk about the removal of the prime minister, military come, breakup of the East Pakistan, judicial involvement, and last, which is the political parties disruptions. Okay, let's talk about the political crisis in Pakistan. Well, it's all about political crisis in Pakistan often happen due to how it's happened. Weak political institutions like parliament, political parties, and election system are not strong enough. So the first thing is that the weak political institution. In political institution, we mainly talk about the parliament, political parties, and the election system. If you want to understand whole system, I have discussed whole system in the last slide, which is slide number chapter number 10. Okay, if you want to just go if you want to learn about the whole political system of Pakistan and how the country rule and what are the departments, what is like parliament, upper house, lower house, and cabinets, each and everything, if you want to understand, so you have to watch my previous video. So main political happen due to, first thing is the political institution. Second, civil military conflict. What does it mean? The military has often influenced or taken over the government. Like you can say that there is a political system, a military come, and they just took the power from the, you can say that, the political parties, and they start ruling the country. So the military has often influenced or taken over the government. So this is the history, you can say that, political crisis in Pakistan. Lack of political tolerance. What does it mean? Parties do not work together and often accuse each other of corruption. Means to say that if one political party wins, so the other political party, they start doing the opposition. They sit in the opposition and just instead of doing work, they start, you can say that, pointing the, highlighting the, you can say that, the wrong things that ruling party is, elected party just, you can say that elected party is, making the laws. So the opposition party start, pointing, and they do not, work together to make the country in the stable form. So you can say that the lack of political tolerance. Fifth thing, that is the judicial activism. Courts sometimes interferes in the political matter. This is also the issue in the crisis of Pakistan. Fifth thing, that is the protest and long marches. Street politics often lead to the unrest and government disruption. You can say that, you can see in the, background picture, you can say protest and long marches, like in the, you can say that the Imran Khan just moving toward Islamabad, it's having a long march, or other political party, they are just having a long march to moving toward Islamabad. So this is also the, you can say that, become the political crisis in Pakistan. Let's talk about the regimes of conflict since independence. What does it mean? You can say that the Pakistan has four major military regimes, or regimes. Mean to say that, talking about the military. First, we have the General Ayub Khan. From when until from 1958 he started his tenure until 1969. 58, 68, almost 11 years he ruled. Took power through the military coups, introduced basic democracies, but faced protest. When he started, 58 to 1969. Okay. Second, from after, you can say that the General Ayub Khan was the first. Ayub. Second is Yahya Khan. Ayub Khan, Yahya Khan. General Yahya Khan. From when? After Ayub, we have Yahya. From 1969 to 1971. 71, you can say that the partition of the Bangladesh. So what he did after 69, 17, 79, almost he ruled 3 years, 70, 71, 2 to 3 years. Oversaw the 1971 war and loss of East Pakistan. In his time period, there was a big, you can say that, drawback, that East Pakistan was left and we separated, and we lose Bangladesh as it was a part of the Pakistan. So in Yahya time period, oversaw the war, 1971 war, and loss of East Pakistan. After Yahya Khan, we have the General Zia-ul-Haq. In Zia-ul-Haq time period started in 1977 to 1988. 77, 87, mean to say that, he also ruled almost 11 years. So took over after removing Bhutto. He came after Bhutto, introduced Islamization. His regimes ended with his death in the plane crash. If the plane doesn't crash, he have a long time period. Okay, so that's, his time period starts from 1977 to 1988. After Zia-ul-Haq, we have the General Pervez Musharraf. From when? From 1999 to 2008. 99, almost 9 years. He was in the power. Took power in another coups. His era ended with growing opposition and court orders. If the court orders or the opposition cannot rise, so he will also just rule the country for a long time period. So these are the, you can say that, the military regimes from 1958 to 69, 69 to 71, 77 to 88, 99 to 2008. Now talking about the issue area in creating the political crisis. So what are the issues? Several issues area cause political crisis in Pakistan. First, that is instability, democracy. Frequent government changes and weak political political culture. We have already discussed frequently change in the government, instability, democracy. Second thing is the corruption. The main thing is that the corruption, acquisition, and real case introduce public trust. So the corruption is what the main, the you can say that the root cause of all the political crisis, of all the crisis, is the corruption. A poor governance, failure to solve economic and social problems, that's known as the poor governance. Next, we have the weak judiciary and law enforcement, where it says that delay in justice and biased decision. Like you are well aware about the judiciary system of Pakistan. If there is a case go inside the court of Pakistan, so it take almost more than 10 to 15 to 40 and 50 years, and even the long time to resolve that case. So delay in the justice and bias decisions. Bias decision means like if poor is just going to file his case, so you can say that due to lack of money or tourism, so he have to face that biasism matter a lot. Media influence, sometimes media play a negative role by promoting certain negative narratives. Okay, next, talking about the foreign interference, you can see that the foreign interference, international powers also affect domestic politics. So these are all the issue areas in creating a political crisis. Now talking about last slide, contributing factors to the political crisis of Pakistan. What are the contributing factors? Military involvement, politics, you can say that this is a summary of that. Lack of democratic training and political education, feudalisms and dynastic politics, ethnics and regional tensions, elections rigging and weak electoral process, economic instability, religious extremisms and military militancy, lack of national unity and power, and poor leadership. These are the contributing factors to the political crisis of Pakistan. So this is all from this chapter. The main thing that we have learned in this chapter is like you can say the crisis, history, political crisis in Pakistan, regimes of conflict since independence. So these are the most important topics, and I try to cover these most important topic in very detail. And thank you very much. So see you in the next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Take care.